What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today I'm taking a look at the highly anticipated Dragon Man by Marvel Legends. And holy crap, this box isn't enormous. It's a big box, don't get me wrong, but it's not enormous, but it's heavy. And I love the retro Fantastic Four look. This is like the Fantastic Four that I grew up with, like on folders and all that nonsense, like for school. I love this box. That logo, awesome. Yeah, this is great. Like that artwork right there is like maybe my favorite version of the team. That is so good. Throwback stuff. But yeah, this is the made to order figure. I'm extremely excited. So let's go ahead and open this reptilian bastard up. So, getting this robotic reptile out of the packaging. Holy crap. This thing is awesome. Like, I knew I was gonna like it, but I really, really like it. I only have a couple minor complaints, but like, honestly, this guy looks sick as hell, and I'm very, very happy to have it. So, yeah, I mean, just take him in for a second, you know? Big old noggin. Long tail. I will say, I thought the tail was going to be segmented. Like, all the pictures, it looks like it's segmented because they edit out the holes. But there's holes on the top and bottom, and it's a big, long, bendy wire. And I don't think that elicits enough movement. Or, like, as much as it says in the pictures. I mean, like, that's about the extent you're getting. So, I don't know. I thought it was going to be segmented. This is not horrible by any means, but I kind of wish it was segmented. But, yeah. With, like, joints. But this guy. This freaking guy. Wow. Alright. Let's take a look at this head sculpt here. So, taking a look at old Dragon Man's head. That's a big noodle. That's a big old noggin. It's got a nice wash in the eyes there. The way that they painted the pupils and the irises all look good. Big veiny head with some like bumps on there. Looks like my sister. It looks great. That looks great. Get to see. It's like kind of like a ball joint. It's like just like a regular hinge, but they made the head hollow. I think that was pretty smart. I mean, it's gonna, you know, a character design like this isn't going to have a lot of head movement unless they designed it a little differently. We'll talk about that more about in articulation, but the mouth opens nicely. Get to see the arms and the scalature. I will say, when I'm looking at this right now, I don't think we should be surprised if this body is retooled for an Abomination. I'm okay with that because it's a big body, and I want a big-bodied Abomination to go with my Marvel Select Hulk. But when I'm looking at this, I'm like, I could see this being an Abomination. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody bought it to customize an Abomination. Just throw on some different forearms, maybe some different shoulders. But this torso especially really looks like Abomination. Maybe I'm tripping. Or maybe an A-bomb. I mean, I'm down for that too. I want both of them. But Abomination for my Thunderbolts team, and then A-bomb for my Hulk Agents of Smash team. But yeah, I'm getting A-bomb vibes. You get these wings, the collapsed wings. This is my biggest issue with the figure because I don't really like the tail, but that was kind of on me. Like they probably said somewhere that it was a bendy tail instead of a segmented tail, so I can't be mad about that. But I do wish that they painted the inside of these wings as well. I do think it's a little lazy, I guess, that they didn't. And I don't really see why they didn't. I mean, we're paying premium prices for these things. This isn't an absorbently large figure. Like, it's big, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I would have liked to see the inside of these painted. Even, like, just a little tease. Like, these are the open wings. Even if it was just like a darker shade, like that would have been really, really cool. Like the top of the open wings, just make the whole thing that color. You don't even have to do the pink at the bottom because it's, you know, collapsed and more whatever. Oh my god, I'm just noticing too, they matched the holes in the wings. That's really cool. They did that on the other side too. That's really cool. So, yeah, I don't know. Just a minor complaint. Inherently, he's going to be back heavy. I mean, he's got a big head, big wings, long tail, so it's not terrible. Like, he's not balancing on his tail at all, so it's possible. The legs look good. The arms look good. You get this, like, metallic purple sheen over it. There's his pants. He's got a big old bulge, man. Good for you, Dragon Man. But the legs, the feet kind of strike me a little weird. Like, I don't really know what that panel work is, or can't tell if they're supposed to be scales, but the hands don't look like that. So I don't know. Like, what does he look like? There's no artwork of Dragon Man. It's all the figure. Like right there, like that pose of the tail, because I'm keeping this box. There's no way that this tail is doing that. There's literally no way it's doing that. Like, that's about as curved as it can get. And this picture has it like laying on the ground. That is not gonna happen. You'd have to really like spend some time messing around with it. That's not gonna happen. I don't really care, but you know, whatever. That's just not gonna happen. So yeah, the feet are a little weird, the hands look great, and then the back, you know, you get all them scales, different texture for the back of the wings. Not really, actually. My other complaint is that the hands, at least on the open hands, I haven't put the fist hands in, they're really loose, and the elbows, the lower joint on the elbow is really tight, so when I try to like bend it, I have to grab it at the forearm and not hit the hand because it loosens it like every time. Not the end of the world, just something to be aware of. But yeah, he looks freaking sick. Like, definitely a good looking figure. So for accessories, he really just comes with interchangeable parts. Seeing him like this again, don't be surprised if we see this body again for an Abomination. I mean, or something close to it. I'd be really okay with that. I hope it's not going to be $80, but, you know, I just wouldn't be surprised. So he comes with a couple, like, accessories, but then he mostly, like I said, comes with interchangeable parts, which is cool. Though I am realizing it looks like I dropped one of his accessories, so I'll have to find that in a second. But he does come with a pair of fist hands. Every figure should. They look good, and they pop on nicely. I just wanted to show that on camera. Oh, man. Oh, man, he looks so good. Like I said, the tail's heavy. And then you get his big interchangeable wings. They popped out good. The other ones popped out pretty easy. And these pop in very nicely. So this is actually my first time seeing him with the wings. And holy crap, that is so good. That is such a good looking figure, man. Holy crap. He blends in with my background. More on in person than in camera. But like that's like the exact color and texture of him. But holy crap, this is a good looking figure. That ombre from the light pink to like the salmon color looks so good. Again, you really do gotta like lean them forward a little bit. I mean, it's expected. There's really not much you can do about that except making the joints really tight, and then that comes with its own set of problems. But yeah, he looks excellent standing there. That is so good. When I was designing my display, because I recently did that, go check out that video if you haven't, I saved a spot for Dragon Man because I knew he was going to need a lot of space, and I knew I was going to want the big wings because he's going with my Fantastic Four team, because I like Dragon Man as more of a hero when he became like an intellectual for the Future Foundation. That's why I bought him. I don't really look at him as a villain. I look at him as a man trying to reform himself. So yeah, in addition to that, he comes with the book that we see all the time. You know, the etchings in there looks good, but it says, like I said, Future Foundation, which is definitely why I got Dragon Man. So his hands really don't hold the book well. Like, they advertise it that he's able to hold it like this, but like he's not. Like, and that's the stuff that like really grinds my gears, is like, who took that picture on the box, right? Like, who took that picture? Because the hand cannot do that. Like, you really have to, like, find, like, the sweet spot to be able to do that. Like, balance it in his hand, maybe, but he's not holding this book. Like, it's not gonna happen. So another, like, smaller hand would have been cool. I don't know. I'm not really gonna display him holding the book anyway, but... And then finally he comes with his pair of glasses, which I was wondering how they were gonna do. But honestly, there's, like, a little groove that they sculpted in. Oh, I had it earlier. Oh, look at that. He's standing good. I did have it. Like, there is, like, a sweet spot. Again, see, maybe there wasn't. Maybe I just got lucky. But I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But, like, there's, like, one picture. Again, that same picture. He's, like, looking down. Like, you're not going to be able to do that. So, again, I'm probably not going to have one with the glasses. But they do look pretty good when they're on them. So, I can't complain too much. I'm happy they included them. But of course, the biggest point of contention for this guy and what I was most excited for was how does he pose? And I gotta say, I think he poses pretty damn good for his build. So the head, I do wish that they brought the slot back a little bit more on the back of his head so that he could look up more. Because you're really, using both joints together, you're really only going to get there, which is not bad. But it's kind of being pulled off the... Without pulling it off the joint, you're only to about there. But if you half it on the ball peg, you get it to there. And that doesn't look too bad. It'll rotate. This big bird-like head. Man, I love Dragon Man's design. Great pivot and stuff. Get to see the open mouth there. That looks really good, open or closed. Shoulders will go up past horizontal just a little bit, but that's okay. Rotate 360. You know, the wings get in the way a little bit. And a good butterfly joint. So wings and butterfly joints. We don't see that often. I don't know if we've ever seen that, so that's awesome. Speaking of the wings, they have a nice hinge and swivel. Nice jointed hinge. I like it a lot. That's good. Goliath, take notes. He's above my desk, so he's looking down. You get to see the bicep swivel. Like I mentioned earlier, the elbows are a little tight on him. Just the bottom joints on each side, oddly enough. And then the wrist swivel and hinge, so that looks good. I have no complaints there. Again, I'm liking this body. I keep thinking Abomination. I'm here for it. Get a pretty good diaphragm joint. Pivot side to side, rotate all around. That's pretty good movement. It rotates nicely. I'm good with that. Pretty good. Full splits for Dragon Man. No drop down hinge. It can be done. He can kick forward to about there, which is very good. Down, thigh swivel. Double jointed knees, which actually, now that I think about it, did I even use these yet? Double jointed knees. A little tight, but I think they'll loosen up a little bit. And then the ankle goes down and up, pivot, and the toe hinge. The toe hinge and the ankles are a little loose, but not like enough that he's like tipping over and stuff. And then you get a ball joint at the tail. You know, rotate. And then like I showed earlier, like, I really, really pull it. I mean, I'm getting that, which isn't bad. But, like, on the box, they advertise it, like, flushly laying on the ground. Like that. That is not gonna happen. Like, that's... Sorry, you didn't see that. But, like, they advertise it being on the ground like that. And as much as I would love for that to happen, that's about as close as you're gonna get. I don't really care. I do and I don't. I definitely do wish it was segmented, but, you know, it still looks pretty good. Like, him just standing there, oh, man, he looks really good. Here's Dragon Man next to the NECA Toys King Kong, along with the Jazzards Fortnite Series 6-inch Peely. Like I said, he does tend to fall back a little bit. I think the ankles are a little bit loose, but not terrible. But, I mean, he dwarfs NECA Kong here. And, I mean, again, I always say that's a pretty decently sized figure. But he's got like a whole big round head on him. Here he is next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman, along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men series Darwin. And seeing him next to Darwin, it is kind of insane to me. Like, it's figures like this Dragon Man that make me amazed that Dragon Man and Darwin are two figures from the same line. Like, it just kind of blows my mind. And then finally, here he is next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If series Zombie Captain America. So, some of you are probably wondering, yo, Ant, What are your final thoughts on this figure? Is he worth the dragon dollars? And I gotta say, yeah, I think he was a good purchase. Now, obviously, there's always that level of what's the point of doing this kind of video? I mean, he is sold out. Oh, I knew I didn't give him enough space. That was my fault. But, you know, there always is that level of what's the point of doing a review like this? Like, you know, he's only on the secondhand market. But I think the value of these is, like, if you didn't have the money at the time, but now you do and you want to know if he's worth it, like, because he's gonna be going up in price. I don't think you're gonna be able to find him for less than $100. But if he's like 120, I really have no idea what he's going for. You know, you're gonna want a video like this to say, is it really worth it paying the extra price on it? You know, so that's kind of my perspective on it. Like, if you're gonna have to spend more than it already was, which it already was a semi-expensive figure to begin with, I think it was definitely worth the $100 after shipping, but or in 90, I think it was. Like, it really, I think I only got charged like $90. Like, so I don't know. That's just my perspective. So at that $90 price point, I'm gonna give him an 8.5 out of 10. Give him 8.5 out of 10. A little bit more paint would have been nice, like a dry brush on the purple parts. A little bit of paint on the inside of the wings. Maybe a little bit better with the use of the accessories, like the glasses and the book. Like a new hand would have been nice. But other than that, I really do think this is a very solid release and will look great with my Fantastic Four collection. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I post a lot on all those apps, and I have a great time, so I'm sure you will too. But as always, let me know. You coppin'? I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Guys, I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them, as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.